Team roping in general, or rodeoing for a living, it's kind of like having a franchise when you're looking for a franchise quarterback or something, and I think that defines kind of every everybody's career is there's a certain horses, and you can think of it through everybody. I had the horse called Bold Duel when I first started out, and he was we'd raised him. My mom had raised him, and she gave him to me as a 3-year-old. And man, he started my career off. I won so much jackpotting on him, and I think I was a number 4 when I started on him. And when I finished with him, I was a 9+ or a 10. And he was kind of what started my career off. Had a horse called Starbucks, and obviously he was the greatest horse I've ever had, and he's what really had the majority of my big career, kind of in my early part of my real big success, I guess. And he was a horse, and Courtney and I just gotten married, and came home, and somebody offered me a ton of money for him, a ton of money. And we were just building our house, and I told my mom, and she had given me the horse, and I went and asked her, what do you think I should do? She said, if you're wanting to do this, why are you going to sell a once in a lifetime type of a horse? And it was hard on, it seemed like, oh heck, we're going to get all this money. And she said, what are you going to do with all the money? And so I said, I don't know. And so we kept him, and it paid. I won the BFI on him, won second on him twice. I won reserve in the world. I've won millions of dollars on him, and that was kind of it. And I rode him all the way through, like I said, through Santa Jenny in 2015, and it was like, man, this is when he's done, I'm done, and then come along a couple right behind him, and he got hurt one year at Cheyenne. He pulled a muscle in his shoulder, and I didn't really know what I was going to do. And I had a full brother to him called CD Rockstar, and that was the same thing. I'd give him to Courtney because he was a little bit wild and a little bit hard at first, and I thought, he's going to be good when we get him, so if I can give him to Courtney, that'll make sure I keep him, I don't sell him. And man, Starbucks got hurt, and I just stepped right on Rocky, and I'd rode him at all the big jackpots and everything else. When Starbucks got hurt, I was able to step onto Rocky, and man, it was like, heck, I guess we're here for a little bit longer, because he'd been so good, and he'd kind of been behind Rocky throughout his whole career, or behind Starbucks throughout his whole career. And like I said, to have 2 full brothers that we raised that have kind of been through my whole career. He's what I won the American on. He's what I rode at the NFR the last time. Man, and then, a couple of years ago, I won the first round at Sykeston on him. Went to Lawton that same weekend. We went to 3 tour rodeos, went to Lawton the same weekend. We won Lawton on him. Went to Levington, we won the first round and the average at all 3 tour rodeos. We had just an awesome week right there, Coleman and I did. And when I got to the Northwest, went to feed him, and he wasn't feeling good, and it's like, man, you feel terrible. And so he spent some time in the vet up there, and I was able to get him back down to Texas. And like I said, the whole crew, Charlie and the whole crew over there at Signature, they're the reason why, Rocky's still here. And like I said, not knowing, I was able to, he got sick that fall, didn't think we was ever going to be able to ride him again, and he came back. They brought him back, and I ran 1 steer on him here at the house before I went to the finals. And I took Starbucks with me too, and that's the last time I've ever roped on Starbucks, was out there at the finals. But I really thought I was going to ride Starbucks that year at the finals, and I think Starbucks was 22 at that point in time. And I thought, well, he's gonna get one more trip out there. And I ran 2 steers on Rocky in the run through, and then was able to just jump on, and I rode him all 10 rounds, and I talked to Charlie, every night, and like I said, I owe everybody, the whole crew at Signature. Like I said, he's here, and he's alive and able to compete on him. I owe them everything for that.